For how long have you been listening that webinars are the tool number one to skyrocket your online business and gain more leads? Well, whether you're already using webinars right now or you never tried webinars before for your business, there is a fear every one of us face. No one attended. And let me tell you one thing. In your next webinar, probably this fear will become reality. I don't want to be extremely negative here, mate, but this is the brutal truth. And all these people, these marketing gurus online saying something like, if you want to have success on your business, just try webinars. In my first webinar, I got 40K out of thin air. And the crazy thing is that we believe these people. We believe these people, at least I believe those people. And I remember my first webinar, the first I ever tried. I got 60 subscribers from a Facebook ad. And then when the webinar started, I realized I was in front of the camera and there was no one attending. 60 people. And no one attended. And in that moment I thought, okay, maybe someone will watch the replay. So I went on for the entire webinar. I was in front of the camera speaking to no one for the entire webinar. How miserable is that? And trust me, this is not the case. I tried after the first one, I tried a second webinar, a third webinar, and it was almost the same situation. I don't know if you experienced this, but this happens so often. So why does it happen? The main problem is about marketing gurus. They're selling pure smoke and they're teaching techniques that maybe were working 6 years ago, 7 years ago. And if you use techniques that were working in the past, well, you will get no results. For example, if you see that this video has been posted more than 3 years ago, well, you can stop listening to me because what I say is useless right now. And I will never get tired of saying this. Never trust who promises you easy results, especially in online business. If someone tells you, look, in my first webinar ever, I got this shitload of money and it was totally easy and I can teach you how to do the same amount of money. Well, don't trust this person because it's selling pure smoke. First of all, if we're talking about webinars, I don't know why no one talks about paid webinars. And when I talk about paid, I mean really cheap webinars, like around $1. I know what you're thinking. Why people should pay $1 to have a webinar with me and maybe they never seen me before in their entire life? You're right, probably you will get less subscribers to this paid webinar and the cost of each subscriber would be probably higher than what you used to pay. But you know, those people who paid $1 to get on your webinar list, and $1 is nothing, those people will be more pushed to watch the webinar, to attend, for the simple reason that when we spend for something, when we invest money for something, even if it's just $1, we will use that thing, we will watch that webinar, we will attend. But anyway, the goal of this video is instead to take those people already signed for your webinar, so they want to attend, but then they disappear. So let's start from the problem. Why those people disappear? Why they don't attend to your webinar if they sign in? Well, because you were the first one to disappear. Let me explain what I mean. The average attending rate for a webinar is around 30%, at least what they say. I can tell you that is lower than that, way lower than that. And the goal of this video is to raise your attending rate and to reach at least 30%. Tip number one, it's about confirmation. Let's start with what normally happens when someone signs for your webinar. It all starts with a landing page where I can insert my name, my email, and then I can click on the submit button. And then I'm redirected to a thank you page. This doesn't work anymore. What you're missing here is a two-step confirmation. Okay, I get it. Don't run away from this video. I know that saying two-step confirmation to someone working on online marketing is like saying the word Twitter to the Trump stuff. Everyone hates a two-step confirmation, right? I mean, I hate it when I send for something and they say, go to your email box and check an email and you can confirm there. I hate it. But if the majority of online businesses, they use a two-step confirmation, it's because it works. It works because it's the only way the subscribers will see the next emails you'll send to them. The thing is this, nowadays all the email services like Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, all these email services, they use too many filters. They have ad filters, they have spam filters, they have all kind of filters. And there is a high chance that your emails will be labeled as spam or ad or whatever. So hard to believe, but your subscribers will never see your emails. They will end up in the ad folder, in the spam folder, but never in the inbox. The only way to make your subscribers see your emails in the inbox automatically is to make them click as soon as you can to the first email you would send them. If they open the first email you send them and they even click on that email, it's basically saying to the email provider, look, I want to receive the email of this person. This is not spam, this is not ad, these are emails I want to receive. And the email provider understands that all the next emails you will send to this person, they should be in the inbox, not in the spam box or the ad box. Going back to the webinar topic, one of the reasons why those subscribers will never attend to your webinar is because they don't receive your reminders. And I'm talking about the confirmation email to the webinar, or the 1 hour before the webinar reminder, or the 15 minutes before the webinar reminder. They will never see those emails, I can assure you. They will end up automatically in the spam folder or the ad folder. You have to avoid this. Instead, if you redirect all these people obtaining your landing page to a confirmation page saying something like, look, I've just sent you an email to your inbox. Go there, check this email, click on the button inside this email because this is the only way you can confirm your seat to the webinar. Now the subscriber has to go to his inbox and has to check for your email and open your email and click on the button to confirm his seat to the webinar. And this will make all your next emails that you would send to this person avoid the spam filter and the ad filter and end up in the inbox. So that's why showing just a thank you page after they signs in for your webinar is not enough anymore. And anyway, the people who won't confirm on the confirmation email you will send, probably they wouldn't attend anyway. And this fixes another problem. It's a lot better to have a short email list that is reactive, that is opening your email, that is clicking on your email, than having a long email list with a low open rate. If you have a low open rate, all the email providers will automatically label your emails as spam. Tip number 2, keep the flame alive. As I said, you will send reminders to the people who signed in for your webinar. And this means a reminder 1 day before the webinar starts or 15 minutes before the webinar starts. Well, again, this is not enough anymore. Of course, you have to remind to this person when the webinar will start, but at the same time, you have to remind why this person signed in for your webinar. Maybe they saw your Facebook ad and that struck an emotion and they thought, okay, I have to attend this. But you know how internet works and how busy is our life. You're constantly bombarded by information, by inputs, and you tend to forget how you felt when you signed in for this webinar. So it's totally important to provide the days before the starting on the webinar to provide some content that is related to the webinar you're gonna run. It doesn't matter if it's an article or a podcast or a video. The important thing is that you remind this person, look, you have a webinar in a few days. In the meanwhile, here's some content as a preparation to the event. This is enough to keep that emotion that made this person sign for your webinar alive. Make this person remember when the webinar will start, but at the same time, make this person remember why he signed in for your webinar. Tip number 3, guide those subscribers in the thank you page. So the thank you page, as I said, is not the page that appears after someone signed in. It's instead the page that the subscriber will see, will visit after you confirm on the email. Now you can put whatever you want on this page. There are people who put a contest to get more subscribers. There are other people who put in there a low price offer. The important is that this thank you page is not the end of the journey. You have to give some other instruction to the person who will arrive to this page. And there are 2 actions that you absolutely have to put in there. The first one is to ask a question to this person. Make this person involved in a conversation and use a tool that will track this person who will reply to your question. Now, the easiest thing to use right now and what I use for every webinar running, I ask a question on the thank you page and I make the people reply by Facebook Messenger. Second action you have to put in the thank you page is obviously a button to make the person save the date in their calendar. But I want something different than the majority of people uses. I want you to use a tool that allows people to save the date in their calendar, but at the same time this tool should show them that probably the time they read in the landing page about the webinar, this is not about their time zone. Maybe in your landing page you wrote something like the webinar will start at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So what I use, and it works perfectly, is a tool called Word Time Buddy. What the service does is to create a button for the people to save the date, but at the same time to see a page with the time in their time zone. Here's a thank you page example I use for a webinar I have about, well, how to create webinars. As you can see on the top, you have the confirmation that your seat has been booked. And below, I give 2 different actions that the subscriber has to take. First one, I ask a question that is related to the webinar that he has to attend. So here I asked, have you ever used webinars in the past for your business? If yes, have you got result? And then you have the following button to reply to this question by Messenger. Now, when the subscriber clicks this button, it's redirected to a Facebook Messenger chat personally with me, where he can reply to this question. And trust me, if someone wants to attend this event, he wants to be involved in the conversation. He doesn't want to watch a monologue. So he will definitely click on this button and he will definitely answer the question on my Messenger chat. In the next advice, I explain you why and how to do this with Facebook Messenger. The second step instead is about saving the date with Word Time Buddy. Now, if you never used it, I can tell you that it's totally free, you don't have to pay anything, and I have another video where I explain exactly how to use it. Tip number 4, reach your subscribers via different channels. Never trust email providers, never trust them. Even if you used a two-step confirmation, you don't have the certainty that people will see your emails. The average open rate for emails is around 20%, so it means that 80% of your emails will be probably lost. That means that you need at least another channel to reach your subscribers. And this channel is Facebook Messenger. So you will reach your subscribers at the same time via email and via Facebook Messenger. And think about the open rate of Facebook Messenger. It's around 100%. Everyone will see your messages. The only warning is that you shouldn't work Facebook Messenger in the same way you use email. You can send an email per day to your subscribers and it's more or less okay. But you can't do this by Facebook Messenger. If you send a message every single day directly to the inbox of Facebook Messenger, people will unsubscribe. Yeah, they can unsubscribe for your Facebook Messenger, I'm sorry. So you should use it just for the important thing. If you have to send a content as a preparation to the webinar, well, use Facebook Messenger as well. If you have to send a reminder one day before the webinar starts, use Facebook Messenger as well. And the same for 15 minutes before the webinar start. I mean, do not send too many messages, just the important ones. There are many platforms to make you track your Facebook Messenger subscribers and to message them. And the one that I use is ManyChat. ManyChat is not too expensive, it's $10 per month. And trust me, it's damn worth it. If you're not using Facebook Messenger right now to make people attend to your webinar, well, you're making a big mistake. So these were my tips to make your attending rate to webinar grow. If you want the list of the things that I said and you want a PDF to remind you every time you're gonna run a webinar with all those things that I said you should go through, well, I created a PDF that you can download and I'll put the link below this video. For the rest, if you have any comment, if you have any feedback, if you have any question, well, write in the comment below and I'll see you there. See ya.